Now, you might recognize this figure. This is the Banpresto Mario 5-inch vinyl figure. He was originally released in 2004 by said company, and he is a perfect replica of how Mario looked aesthetically in the GameCube and Wii era. Now, this is probably the oldest Mario toy I have. It's not the first Mario toy I have, but it's definitely currently the oldest. Because I used to have the 9-inch Sofubi figure of this Mario. He even had a turning head, but unfortunately he broke. But it was one of the first Mario toys I have. And I remember at Toys R Us seeing that, oh, they also have smaller versions of these large Mario figures, so I always wanted them to get these figures. But unfortunately, I only have Mario, but I still liked that I at least had the Mario in this set. But this Mario won't be lonely anymore, because I finally got another of these 5-inch figures. So today, we are going to be looking at the Banpresto Donkey Kong vinyl figure. Originally released in 2004 by Banpresto as part of the Mario Party 5 prize collection set. He has been re-released multiple times, not just by Banpresto, but also by Popco and Global Holdings in America, and Goldie in Australia. For comparison, here is that same Mario in this set. I don't think Mario is supposed to be taller than Donkey Kong, at least while Donkey Kong is in this pose, but Mario stands around 5 inches tall, while Donkey Kong in his gorilla pose stands around 4.5 inches. And by comparison, here is the World of Nintendo Donkey Kong figure from Jakks Pacific. Originally came out in 2014, so 10 years after this Donkey Kong came out. What I find strange about the World Nintendo Donkey Kong figure is that because he's from the 6-inch figure line, he's one of the only World Nintendo figures to not be re-released. To add insult to injury, Diddy Kong is the only Donkey Kong character that actually did get re-released, while Donkey Kong did not. Also, not to mention that I kind of actually like the Banpresto Donkey Kong a lot more than the World Nintendo one, because for one thing, the original vinyl figure looks more on model with Donkey Kong than the Jakks one, but also because his head has much better proportions than the Jakks one. And not to mention that I think I like the scaling of the vinyl figure better than the Jakks one, because by comparison, here is the Mario from that same line. And I feel like Donkey Kong is kind of a little too freakishly big, because when you put the World Nintendo Mario and the Banpresto Donkey Kong side by side, I feel like that scaling actually looks kind of better. Especially for specific games like Mario Party and the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. In most of the Mario spin-off titles, that's basically the scaling between Donkey Kong and Mario. And I'll even say that the Banpresto Mario works well with the World Nintendo World Nintendo Donkey Kong. So yeah, that's just it for comparison. Now let's take a look at the figure itself. So here is Donkey Kong. Just like many of the wonderful Banpresto vinyl figures of the Mario characters, he has a reputation for being bootlegged constantly. But as far as I know, the one I have, because I bought it loose on Mercari, I paid $16 for it, and I'm pretty sure that this one is the official figure, because for one thing, his head does not look deformed, and also not to mention that the bootlegs, as far as I know, their eyes are actually painted on, while the it's kind of hard to see, but the official figure has the eyes sculpted on and then painted, kind of like the Sonic figures from Jazzwares. but his sculpt looks really nice. He's painted really well. I mean, regardless if it really is a bootleg, I mean, this figure is really well made and very well painted. Here's the copyright date. It says copyright Nintendo, BP, which means Banpresto, 2009, China. A lot of the times, whenever you see bootlegs of these things, they always have them in a weird position. They always have them like standing up like this. I'm not so sure why, because I never seen Donkey Kong in this kind of pose. Because, well, even in the original box, it had Donkey Kong like in this style. Well, actually, no. I think they actually reversed. Actually, no. I'm not going to demonstrate. I'd rather not risk breaking the figure. So yeah, his tie is a separate piece. It can kind of move, but it's not really an articulation. Speaking of articulation, his head does not rotate, so just like the Mario, he does not have any head articulation, but his shoulders do rotate, and his hips do rotate, which is one of the only vinyl figures from that set to be classified as an action figure, because in order for a toy to be considered an action figure, it has to have at least 4 points of articulation. And this guy does explicitly have 4 points of articulation. So yeah, so overall, I think he's better than the World Nintendo Jakks figure, the World Nintendo Donkey Kong figure, I mean. Even though he doesn't have the articulation, he does have a much better sculpt and much better proportions and scaling. Because honestly, and I might be biased because I like the Tomy Sonic figures, but I'll take sculpt and scaling over articulation. So overall, I have to give the official Banpresto Donkey Kong figure an A+. I definitely recommend getting this guy, even if you are not interested in collecting any of the other Banpresto figures because of how constantly bootleg they are. I definitely recommend getting at least the Donkey Kong because it scales better with the other World Nintendo figures in this set. So, thank you for watching this video, and please like and subscribe for more Nintendo reviews.
Now do me a favor and go click the like button down below. And click here to watch another video and click there to subscribe so you'll know each time we add something new. Until next time, hasta la pasta.